Well, good morning, folks. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Now, it's coming around to the fall season when you see a lot of amazing, delicious foods come about. This is the time of year when you see, apple pies and pecan pies and stuff like that start to get made. And I almost always do at least one giant pie challenge. So this year, instead of doing the pumpkin pie eating championship, I thought it'd be cool to just make as many pumpkin pies as I could and see how much of that I could eat. So I went to the store, and unfortunately they only had one can of pumpkin puree, but I think we'll make do.
Well, thank you for clicking on that video. It's not too often that I do these giant food bakes or giant food creations too much anymore, but they are a lot of fun, so I wanted to give it a shot. That can of pumpkin puree is about 6 pounds. And the entire recipe calls for an entire 14 eggs. So more than a dozen eggs went into this. As you can see, it's a little bit messy, but hey, look at that. One egg tried to get away from me, but we'll make sure that doesn't happen. So after getting those eggs nice and whisked up and creamy, gotta mix in that pumpkin puree. I mean, when making a giant creation like this, it's more than just, multiplying the number of ingredients that you use. It can get a little bit difficult. Here I've got more than 2 pounds of sugar, so it's tough to mix it all together to keep things nice and tidy. It tends to make quite a mess. You don't realize that the normal size utensils that you use for mixing and everything like that just don't work quite as well when you've got giant quantities. So here I mixed in some pumpkin spice and some salt with the sugar, trying to get it all together with the electric mixer there, make sure it's nice and smooth. And on top of this, I had to add 7 cans of evaporated milk, which if you're wondering, you can usually replace evaporated milk with just regular milk. Evaporated milk is just kind of like milk with half as much water. And at this point, I was wondering if I had enough large vessels to mix all this stuff with. I was thinking I might need to do it in a couple of batches, but that pot that I had was just exactly the correct size. So I was glad to see that it all came together pretty well without too much mess. There's a little bit of mess on the side. You can see I'm trying to keep things clean as I'm going. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is some uncooked pumpkin pie filling. So I lined this giant roasting pan with pie shells, poured it in, and cooked it.
Oh, gosh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I mean, what else is there to say? Of course, gotta top your pumpkin pie with some whipped cream. So I knew that this thing was going to be giant, but I did not realize that it was going to be this giant. I mean, it's too heavy for my kitchen scale, so I think it's around 12 or 13 pounds. I got some stuff to drink. I've got my giant friggin' pumpkin pie in front of me. We're gonna start the timer and see how long it takes me to, we're gonna see how much of this pumpkin pie I can actually finish. Who am I kidding? Dig right in. Whoop. Oh, that is so good, guys.
Yeah, now seems like a good time to remind you guys that this is not a huge YouTube channel, so every single subscriber that I get really does help out. There is that subscribe button down there. I know a lot of folks are in the habit of just watching videos without subscribing, but honestly, it doesn't change a thing if you do subscribe for you. Just click that subscribe button, and it's a big motivation for me to keep on making awesome content like this. So you might notice that my hair has changed, I'm wearing different clothes. This is in fact the next day. One of the differences between making normal sized food and giant sized food is you do have to change the cooking method quite a bit. I almost tripled the cooking time, cooked it for almost 3 hours at a lower temperature, just to make sure that it wasn't overcooked on the outside, made sure it got cooked all the way through the middle. And afterwards, you do have to let pumpkin pie set. So I had to let it just sit in my fridge all night to make sure that it was nice and set.
Pumpkin pie, so sweet, so dense, so rich. How can you not like this kind of pie? I mean, it's amazing. It has such a distinctive flavor.
So I've mentioned in the past that pumpkin pie is a bit like a diet pie, if you will. It's not quite as calorie dense as a pecan pie or an apple pie, for example, but you can make up for that with a healthy dose of whipped cream on top. I still like it a whole lot. You guys have to let me know. Do you like pumpkin pie? Is there another like Thanksgiving, Christmas, holiday pie that you like? Something else I should try? Yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, this is like the kind of pan that you're supposed to use for roasting whole chickens or something. So the bottom of it is all crenellated, and it looks like it's cooked very well all the way through. You see it, like it really held up. It's got a nice custard to it.
Stop talking, just eat it. Eat all that pie, shove it in your face, raw. So how much of this pie do you guys think you could get through? It is a giant pie, but I am enjoying myself. There is a little bit of that flavor fatigue. I think the texture is not super conducive to eating this giant kind of quantity, but you know, you get through it. One piece of pumpkin pie is super delicious. This much, maybe a little bit too much.
I'm already starting to get quite full, so, and these dollops of whipped cream are kind of melting. I love me some pumpkin pie, but just the same flavor. Yeah, it can get a little boring. All right, I don't know how much more of this I can do, but I'm gonna keep on trucking, see how much.
Yeah, even at my best, I think trying to finish this entire thing off would be a huge, huge challenge. So I hope I hit that cut pretty well. I did have to answer the door real quick, so I had to run off camera. That's what I was doing with the timer right there for a second. And when I came back, I noticed the whipped cream was a little bit flat, so I had to refill that, of course. I mean, pumpkin pie without whipped cream, like, that's boring. There's no reason not to have it.
Gotta do the food shimmy. Try to get some of that food down.
Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. I'm gonna let you watch the rest of it in peace. You guys take it easy.
I know I can do more than this. Come on. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have pumpkin like up to here. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I think I have to call it quits there, guys. I don't know if I could have another bite of pumpkin pie. Well, I hope you guys got a kick out of the video. I certainly enjoyed making it. I thought it was really fun to make a giant pie like this. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely Halloween, a lovely Thanksgiving, an awesome Christmas, or whatever you're celebrating this holiday season. Oh. So until next time, peace out and you guys take it easy. I don't think it's the tryptophan that puts you to sleep after Thanksgiving. Oh.